is a good and not good conversation topics with women and advice on mouth kissing with tongue or without. If you're new here, my name is Luca and I'm one of the world's leading experts about approaching girls in the daytime. Since 2018 I've helped over 1200 men sleeping with new girls approached in the daytime. I started teaching it only in Italy in 2018 and then also internationally from 2022. Actually, there are no topics that are forbidden. You can pretty much talk about everything, usually talking about religion, talking about war, talking about soccer, football, unless she's also interested in these topics. It's not a very good idea. Talking about, I don't know, platonic topics like the weather. It's okay to have a platonic conversation at the beginning of the date, but then after 20-30 minutes you have to switch on a more man-to-woman communication. It's not okay to talk in a platonic way at the beginning of the approach. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're in a day game or night game situation. Some better topics, for example, at the beginning of the conversation, is to talk about the basic topics, but making assumption. For example, not asking where you're from, how old are you, what do you do in your life, trying to guess what she's doing in her life, how old is she, or these kind of things. So saying, for example, you look pretty artistic. I bet that you work as, I don't know, fashion advisor. Okay, so do not ask what do you do for a living? Try to guess it. You look pretty young. Are you? And then you try to guess her age. Okay, so you can talk about this at the beginning of the conversation if you don't know what to talk about. Other things that I already said before, some better topics on the date is, for example, talking about parties, piercing, tattoos. These are just a few examples. Okay, you don't have to talk about only these, and especially it's strange to talk about tattoos or these kind of things at the beginning of the date, especially if she doesn't have tattoos. Her past relationships. This is very, very important to understand how open-minded is she, and so how fast or slow how much time it will take to have sex with her. So these are some examples. Also, another thing that just came to my mind is do not talk about disgusting things. I remember once in a live course with a past student that it was I don't remember. He was working as a medical. I don't know. He was a doctor in prison. I don't remember exactly, and so he was a very expert about chemical things, and he started describing to the girl. He said, "Oh, I want a beer," and then he said, "Oh, when I order a beer, I always have to piss. I always have to go to the bathroom to I don't know how to say." So, but he started talking about very disgusting things that it's not the best thing. Or also, for example, there was another student in another live course that it was very hot, the weather, and he was sweating, and he started saying, "Oh, when it's so hot, I'm really sweating," and this is disgusting to say to a girl. So these disgusting topics, it's better to avoid it. And about advice on mouth kissing, yeah, with tongue, yeah, of course. Actually, you have to adjust your kiss according to how she's reacting. So if she's making out with you heavily, yeah, you also have to do it. If you are kissing her and you can see that she's a little bit unexperienced, you have to adjust to her style. So you have to check always how she's reacting. But yes, in general, also with tongue, it depends. Not maybe the first kiss, but sometimes yes. It depends. You have to adjust your style according to how she's reacting, because there are some girls that they have a little bit of more experience, and some other girls that they have less experience. Some girls that are more aggressive, some girls that are more gentle. So you have to adjust to her style. So if you want to go from being shy or a virgin to having sex with new girls you've met in real life, reducing the chance of rejection to almost zero, even if you don't know what to say to her or feel anxiety at the only idea of going to talk to her, click on the link in the description below and book a free consultation.